We are at under the Interstate 10 freeway. The star under the bridge. The troll under the bridge. We are at the intersection here where the 10 can go east or west depending on your liking, and we are underneath Interstate 10. Down the road a bit, no longer in El Paso, but now in Tucson, Arizona. But still, we are the star under the bridge, as the star shines down on us here. Carl Jr. of the Star shines down on us trolls underneath the bridge here as we make our way through his community, his neighborhood. Behind Carl Jr.'s star is the A Mountain. A, I suppose, for Arizona. Next on the agenda will be Phoenix, Arizona. As I sit here underneath the bridge, underneath the reflection of the Carl Jr. star, I'm reminded of a story. When last I inhabited an apartment, it was in Phoenix, Arizona. And it was like a 20-room apartment complex, and there were 4 people in the building for most of the time there that I was there. There was me, who had an apartment on the first floor right in the middle of the complex. There was a guy crisis here with the battalion chief headed towards the homeless shelter, I'm sure. Anyways, there was me, who lived on the first floor in the middle of the complex. There was a guy who looked like Phil Mickelson, who lived to the left of me in a corner apartment. And there was a woman who was about 30, 35 years old, who took up the other corner apartment, kind of catty corner to Phil Mickelson. So you had Mickelson in one corner, this young woman, 30, 35 years old, single, in the other catty corner, and me smack dab in the middle on the first floor. Along comes one day this young man of said 20, 22 or so, Hispanic, later learned his name was Jesus. Well, the manager put Jesus, very young, attractive man, right next to the lady in the corner apartment on the second floor. Well, time went on, and it wasn't no sooner than 2 or 3 days after this young man, who I assumed to be a gay young man, started singing on the balcony out in front of his apartment. Now, I don't know why, I never asked why. Maybe he wanted attention. That's all I can figure. Anyways, night after night, I would be awoken. My two other neighbors were awoken by this voice singing a cappella, on the balcony at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. Well, I was going to write or call the apartment manager, but no, I knew that the lady that this young man was living next to, she was going to be faster to the phone than me. And sure enough, no more than 3 or 4 nights of Maria, Callas, Maria Alonso, we get an email at all the occupants that said young Jesus man will no longer be singing, and that he has called him and thus rectified the situation. It wasn't not long after these singing incidents that this beautiful young star of song moved out of the apartment. Underneath the star, the Carl Jr. is the other star in Tucson, Arizona.